Hey, today I'd like to talk about coffee. Is it good? Is it bad? Should you be drinking more of it, less of it? What is the story on coffee anyway? Like with most things, it depends. So if you're going through a very high stress moment right now, high stress life, and if there are these three things that are going on right now with your coffee consumption, I would like you to consider where you're at. So number one, if you are drinking coffee and using it like a stimulant, like your personal Red Bull, then I would urge you to reconsider why you're drinking so much coffee, right? So if you're getting out of bed and you're feeling super tired and you're like, oh, I need that coffee to like give me a kick up my pants to keep going. I need to have the coffee throughout my day to keep my energy levels up, you know, rah, 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 then okay, maybe we need to talk about that. Number two, if you are drinking a lot of coffee a day, what is a lot? Let's say you're drinking more than 3 cups of coffee in a day throughout the day into the night. Yeah, then that might be an issue. Especially if you're drinking stuff like, you know, lattes or flat whites or cappuccinos. A lot of times these coffees have at least a double shot of espresso in there. So let's say even if you're drinking 3 lattes a day, that could be like 6 espresso shots in a day, which if you are going through a high stress life, it can be potentially an issue, and I'll discuss that in a bit. So the third thing is, if you find that by 3 or 4 in the afternoon, your energy levels are starting to go, and you're starting to reach for that another coffee in the afternoon, or maybe it's not the coffee that you're reaching for, maybe it's the sugar that you're reaching for, you know, the chocolate, the gummy bears, it could even be the carbs, like the pastries, right? The cakes, the cookies. So it's not just about the coffee, but at 3, 4 o'clock, you start to feel the energy slump. And then you start to feel like, ooh, I need another boost in energy, whether that comes from the coffee or the sugar or the carbs. Okay, then maybe we need to talk. So what is happening when you are in a high stress mode, right? Your stress hormones are like, are pumping. So your adrenaline, your cortisol levels, they're high, right? And so that's kind of what you're feeling like keeping you going. But over time, the more your body tries to keep up with chronic stress, you know, you're in this heightened state of alert the whole time. Your body can't be producing that much cortisol at that level for a long period of time. So it starts to fade, it starts to wane, and you start to get more and more tired as a result. And then there starts the whole vicious cycle of the more tired you get, the more coffee you reach for, or sugar, or carbs. And then this just basically helps you to flatline the cortisol and adrenaline levels, and then you reach a burnout, adrenal fatigue, or like chronic fatigue syndrome type, like in the very, very last stage of that. That's kind of what will happen. And we don't want you to get to that stage, right? So I'm here to tell you that there is a better way, that especially when it comes to stress management, there's so many things that we can do, from healthy nutrition, regular exercise, deep restful sleep, reducing the toxic load on your body and in your environment as well. There's so many things that you can do to really help you from a holistic point of view. And it's not just about the coffee consumption, right? But the coffee consumption can be a really good indicator of where you are currently at right now in your life and with your stress levels and with how you're managing your stress. So if any of what I've said has resonated with you, I'm here to tell you that there is a better way, that you can wake up full of energy and you can maintain those energy levels at a high state throughout the day without having to reach for the coffee or the sugar or like the carbs. So if you are interested to find out more, I do offer a free 45-minute breakthrough session. Just contact me. You can reply to this message. You can reply to this in a message, or you can send me a comment below, or how else can you get in touch with me? There's so many different ways, like, you know, find me on my link, you know, just send me a DM. That's really the easiest way. And I do hope that what I've had to tell you today has been helpful. And have a good weekend, and I will catch you next time.